All right, we're back once again on the Football Gazette podcast. Of course, you already know things we do here. This is where we dissect and discuss various happenings in the world of football as they are making the headlines hot. My name is Muiwa Joshua Hagbola. You can call me MJ for short, and you definitely spot hot. Well, today I've got with me an old friend, yeah, very old friend of the house, of the brand. But then he's back on the show again after a very long period of time. Well, welcome with me, Victor Ayeton. Apparently, a Manchester United fan. Victor, how's it going, brother?
Yeah, good morning.
Been a while.
Yeah,
Been
of course,
ages. Safe to say been ages.
yeah, what is it now? 2 years? It's been a long time.
I mean, something like that.
Yeah,
It's really
and
been a long time.
it feels good, and it feels good to come to the studio.
I mean, apparently,
In
it's
this
feeling
moment.
good and it feels good.
It feels good,
Also,
yeah.
you to don the Manchester United jersey to the studio this morning means you're still basking in the euphoria
Yeah,
of that
definitely.
victory against Liverpool. So,
Yeah, it is.
we're delving into the proceedings immediately. How do you feel immediately after that victory? I mean, it's the first time in 10 years Manchester United have won at the Anfield Stadium. So, what was the feeling like for you?
Yeah, the feeling was actually good because when you take a look at it, in 10 years, a lot of things happened from 2016, the last time United won at Anfield. The goal was scored by a now retired player, Wayne Rooney, and
Assisted by Marouane Fellaini.
So it's been a long time. A lot of players has come and gone. United have gone on to break the record transfer, buying Pogba. A lot of players coming through, and it's really been a long time. And it was well overdue that for a 10th season, asking 10 years, just had to come to Anfield to do that. What a better time to do it right now. It's like the commentator said in the game commentary that it's a big scar for Ruben Amorim because at this point we know how it's been the roller coaster for Ruben Amorim, and him salvaging that win shows like a tactical masterclass for him, and of course putting salt in the wounds.
So, if I may ask, why do you feel or consider this time as the best time to actually get this result against Liverpool after 10 years? I mean, a lot of managers have come and gone. A lot of them have been under pressure in times past. We've seen Eric Ten Hag, we've seen Luis Van Gaal, we've seen Jose Mourinho, we've seen a lot of them like that. So why do you think this is like the best time to get the victory over Liverpool?
Okay, United has been on a long road of transitional phase 2013. A lot of coaches in there, 8-9 coaches, both permanent, both on interim basis, and it's not still gotten interest. And now I think United board has got to this point of, okay, if we sack this one and another one coming, it just keeps as if they are recycling managers over and over again. And so they are just trying to wait it out and see, okay, let's wait it out maybe for an extra season and let's see how it plays out. And hopefully it does not go so bad. And for Ruben Amorim, the first back-to-back win of United in almost 2 years, it's been a long time. I mean, the manager that did
over 35 games.
Yeah, the manager that did back-to-back was Eric Ten Hag, and that has actually been a very, very long time. And I think it's coming at the right time in which United, this win, give them like this stepping stone, like a bit of leeway, and for Amorim to ease the pressure around him, and then going to the next game against Brighton, because the run of fixtures does not get thick and easy. And the fact that United don't have any European commitment, okay, they've gotten a big win against Liverpool at Anfield. I know Anfield is a place that when you go to and you get a win, it further fosters your belief that you can actually go on and do better things against all that teams. And if next game doesn't come easier, Brighton and over Albion, and let's see if they can take it from there. But if United can string together 5 wins on the strut, I think the pressure, the team chemistry will be more balanced, and the couple of players are trying to get the team balanced. Because if you look at the United team that has been playing over the last couple of 6-7 game weeks, different backline, different goalkeepers, and you see the team chemistry is not right. Still trying to get the right midfield balance. Sesko just coming in, trying to get the right attack balance too. So if they can keep the same team, the same lineup for the next 2-3 games, and if they can get a win with it, I think Ruben Amorim can now start considering that okay, he's getting his best team. But at the moment now, it's just a leeway for him to ease the pressure around, and it's a really, really big scalp that he has gotten that win against Liverpool at Anfield.
Hey guys, you heard that quite well from Victor. He believes the victory against Liverpool give them the needed morale to actually go forward in getting results, especially as Ruben Amorim seems to have been under fire in the past couple of months. Well, it remains to be seen if that happens to be the case. Their next hurdle in the Premier League is Brighton and Hove Albion. One who's been a major hard nut to crack for Manchester United in the past couple of seasons.
Yeah, people in the street will say Brighton. They'll say they're United's husbands because in the last couple of seasons, Brighton has done United blue black, beating them home and away. United has. The last time United had like a very, very convincing win against Brighton was in the 2024 season, the final day of the season when they won 2-0 with a clean sheet at Old Trafford. And Brighton also in a good vein of form at the moment. Danny Welbeck, Man United player, is scoring. And they still kept most of the bulk of their team together. Jorginho Rutte, Jakub Minte, the Asian, Mitoma is still there. So they still kept bulk of their team. And of course, their coach, the young man,
Fabian
Hotzler from Germany, also doing well. And the fact that it looks as if Brighton don't even miss their former coach that is in
Roberto De
Zerbi that's coaching Marseille now.
De Zerbi is doing well.
He's doing well at Marseille right now, and of course Fabian Hotzler came in, the youngest coach at 30-something years, 38 if I'm correct, and then he's doing good things with Brighton.
Fantastic job he's done.
Good tactics. Of course, when I watch Brighton's United, when I watch their game, I'm always very, very entertained,
intrigued by whatever you're saying.
Even
if United ends up losing that match, you're always entertained with the performances. On both sides.
Yeah, on both sides. Yeah, definitely. And it's going to be a very, very interesting game to see because, of course, it's going to be two tacticians coming against each other. Hotzler and Amorim, so
tacticians.
Yes.
So automatically Amorim
is a tactician. Please, he's a tactician at least. Amorim just mastered the win again. We just beat the
masterminded the win
against the Premier League champions.
That will take me into asking you, Victor.
Yes.
You've just gotten 3 maximum points against defending champions, Liverpool.
Yes.
One you're thinking might actually be a major turnaround for Manchester United season. Let's talk about Liverpool this time around. Away from Manchester United a bit. I know you might not be comfortable because you're really ready for Manchester United, but then let's swerve to the defending champion a little bit. Liverpool, proud to the season.
Yes.
They had a very fantastic transfer window.
Yeah, they did.
But then it's sickening to see that their season has turned out to be what it is presently. Although the season has barely started, it's less than 10 games into this league season. And Liverpool have lost 3 games back to back in the Premier League, 4 in all competitions. So I think it's something we wouldn't have imagined in our widest imagination.
After the transfer window that they had.
After the transfer window they had, they've brought in the likes of Ekitike, we've seen Isak,
Florian Wirtz,
Kekes, we've seen Frimpong, we've seen a lot of them.
Yes.
So what's wrong? Is it that Victor actually made mention earlier in the season, that was even before the season started, that this season will be vital in judging Arne Slot.
Yes.
It looks as though last season he must have rode on the back of what Jurgen Klopp actually built for a couple of years.
Yes.
So he would be judged this season. But then to me, I think he hasn't been able to live up to expectation this season, especially after winning the Premier League the last season and the transfer window they had.
The fortunes for a club like Liverpool is that what I expected when Jurgen Klopp left last season, that's why I said, and it's not really, really surprised me. What I expected was that, when a manager, in my own school of thought, when a manager, we just see football very well, when a manager actually coached the club for a couple of years, say like 8, 9, 10 years, like at least a decade, when he leaves the club and the next manager comes in, it's like a transitional phase for them because you are moving away from what you used to know. That's why it seems that United has struggled for a couple of years, for a coach that has coached you for 27.5 years. Look at Arsenal too. When Wenger left, the Wenger that everybody used to say top 4 is a trophy, they struggled in the first couple of seasons
into the Champions League.
Champions League for the first couple of seasons. Even at the point they created Conference League, Arsenal couldn't get to the Conference League. No shades to Arsenal fans, but it's actually the reality.
But that's like
so,
major
look at Liverpool. I expect that transitional phase. It's coming from the Dutch league. The way they play in the Dutch league is way different from the way they play in the Premier League. Premier League fast paced. We know how it is. fast-paced football, and then somehow he came, probably rode on the wave of what Jurgen Klopp has built together. They still had the bulk of the team. They still had Alexander Arnold. They still had Robertson. Everybody was basically like fresh from a relatively successful season that Klopp had left after winning 2 trophies with them. So they came to the then Klopp came in, Slot came in, and then somehow they won the league. It was fantastic football. It just looked as if they just implemented Club 2.0, and then the football was more direct and fast paced. So somehow the new season, probably I'll down into 2 factors. They brought some players, and they lost like some key components of some players. Number 1 player they lost, Alexander Arnold. Guy is very, very key to their build-up phase. And when you lose that kind of player in which the kind of volumes he puts in terms of passing, in terms of chance creation, and of course, he's on the right wing with Salah, he will definitely be missed.
And of course, may the soul of Diogo Jota
rest in peace. Yes,
he was
and
an instrumental
was
part
instrumental, coming in as a squad player when he's starting, when he's coming from the bench. Goals has been able to chip in for a couple of years, and no more there again. Ekitike has been like the brightest spark of the transfer so far. He has come in, he has chipped in a fair amount of goals. I saw an opinion, and I reasoned with it that some was like some players that they bought kind of imbalanced the team. They bought Isak. Everybody was saying, "Oh, it's over for."
Yeah, I was actually surprised that because why would Liverpool have both Isak and Ekitike in the same team? Because of course you would know the kind of striker Ekitike is.
Yes.
He's not the type to sit on the bench. Yes. Neither is Isak. And so you begin to wonder, how do Liverpool, and the Slot actually aim to actually walk around this and not disrupt the flow of the team?
And the way
look at the beginning of the season.
Definitely.
It looks as though they were getting it right.
Yes.
I mean, they were unbeaten alongside Liverpool and Chelsea at some point.
And if you look at it, that time Isak had not even come into the team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Was firing on all cylinders, and now to play them together will kind of be the same issue because of the way Ekitike and Isak play. Isak also likes to drop deep, do a little bit of build-up phase with the midfielders and move. Ekitike is so very, very good at that from his Frankfurt days because of the kind of footwork that he has. Somehow, to play them together alongside Florian Wirtz, who has not really had a great start to life in season, but you've just seen few bright sparks for him.
Florian Wirtz, Ben 10.
Before he got James Bond, now it's Ben 10. So, and nobody explained it to Florian Wirtz because when I saw the transfer fee, I first thought Florian Wirtz over 100 million. That's too much of Florian Wirtz, in my own honest opinion. They probably on 70, 80 will have done this for me. Then they went for Ekitike, then they went for Isak. And now Isak is not really gelling well because of course, probably the way he builds up. Salah wants to jump deep also to collect possession and I think one also key component that's affecting Liverpool is that this is the transitional phase that we all expect. And now,
you think Liverpool are well transitioning now?
No.
I'm about asking you something. You think Arne Slot is up there tactically with the likes of the best managers of the world, the likes we've seen in the Premier League, the Pep Guardiola of this world, the Jose Mourinho of this world, Alex Ferguson? I mean, tactically, do you think he's up there?
I think he will get there, but I don't think he is. I don't think he's on the upper echelons with the likes of Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola. Everybody knows right now Pep Guardiola is probably going to wait. It's moving. Pep Guardiola is probably dragging the position with Alex Ferguson for the greatest manager ever in the Premier League because of what he's done in short amount of time that he's done it. But people always say Ferguson did it longer for 27 and a half years.
Yeah.
But Arne Slot is just going to get there. I think Arne Slot is just going to be with the likes of Mikel Arteta. But because of Arne Slot has won the Premier League, Liverpool fans will say, no, don't say that, Victor. He's ahead of Arteta. But when you take a look at it, he will get there. I don't even think it's at the level of Jurgen Klopp yet because he has to still do it for a couple of seasons.
So, Victor, let me ask you. What do you think of Arsenal? I mean, they're on top of the Premier League table now, of how they've started the season. Of course, you trust me, they've started on the brightest of notes possible. They've actually conceded one open play goal in that's a
very very
9 outings in all competitions this season.
What I think of Arsenal, I think they started in the same way that we expect them to start.
Hmm.
And we always criticize Arsenal's transfer that they keep buying midfielders. They don't buy what they want. Now they're going on to buy Gyökeres. It's not really at the best of. It's not really at the
So
best
do you
of
think
speed
it's
yet.
performed to par? For
I
you?
think not super at the moment, but I think it's just average performances for me. I think
Okay.
as season wears on, he's going to still gel, and because the support cast that he actually needs to gel well, they've not really played together for long. I'm talking about support cast of Bukayo Saka or they've not really played together like for a couple amount of games. It's been like changing of front line. A couple of games it was Madueke, Trossard. At the point it was Martinelli, Trossard. At the point it was Martinelli, Madueke. Now Saka is back into the team because Madueke is injured. Now it's Trossard, Saka, and Odegaard is out injured now. We have somebody playing Declan Rice and Merino playing in the midfield to be Mendy. And I think they would go toe to toe with challenging likes of Liverpool and Man City. Like where Victor said in the other podcast that he thinks Man City will try and win. That yes, Man City will try and win because of that they've done. But personally, for me, the results, two results are actually cheating. And maybe I look at this and I'm like, whoa, Arsenal looks serious this season. The result at Man City, the Man City defended in that match.
Yeah.
Probably it was a tactic by Guardiola to just sit deep for.
Well, I think
particular
all
time
through the
defense.
match, Arsenal seems to dominate that
Arsenal seems to
match.
dominate that match, yeah. And then the Liverpool game, the way Arsenal played against them. Although Arsenal
done by
Szoboszlai's free kick, but I still look at that. Wow, Arsenal actually looks serious in this game. Well,
So they haven't faced the world champions.
I was about to say that just because I'm feeling cocky, like so they've not faced us yet. So if they go to Chelsea and get a good, say like a win, I don't know whose home ground they are going to play next.
Okay.
If it's like a Stamford Bridge, they go there, they get a win. I can say, okay, Arsenal is getting serious.
So, Victor, do you see Arsenal winning the Premier League finally this season?
Arsenal's undoing, I'll start like this. Arsenal's undoing has basically been not able to pick up the teams against some bogey teams of like Aston Villa, teams like Newcastle, Bournemouth, and they've picked up a win against Newcastle this season. Very, very hard win because they were trained for most part of the game. Scored 1-1, they equalized, and then Gabriel with that header to make them win the match 2-1. And so if they pick up the against those boogie teams this season, I think they would be they would win the league. Because against Bees, I think they always get decent results.
Yeah.
But those boogie teams like the Aston Villas, the Newcastles, they need to just get those wins at the business end of the season. Because right now they usually used to get those wins, but when it's coming to April, March, April, they seem to always falter. So if they can do that from February to April, I think they'll be trying to win the league.
Well, all right, you can hear Victor. That Victor stands on where Arsenal presently stand, saying at the closing embers of the league season, if they can as well get the maximum 3 points or stand to the occasion against the bogey teams in the Premier League, who says they stand a chance well to win the Premier League title. All right, football fans, that's the beat we will be able to take on today's installment of the Football Gazette podcast. Until some other time when we get back here again, do stay good and safe. Peace out.